That boy who used to spend days in the garage with only his imagination and a couple hand tools has gotten lost in the grind of the real world. I think it's time we find him. I got one picket. I know. Don't quit my day job. But this project is money. Actually, I don't know that either. It might be, but I don't sell things. I do like to make things, however. Design, create, and build, and this one was fun. One picket and one of these. And the possibilities are endless. Summer is here. I'm feeling it, and this is the summer project, and I love it. This is a fun project. You want to make it serene, majestic? Go for it. Or go crazy. Grab your kids, your grandkids. Have them design their own. Teach them what we used to do before we watch YouTube. Oh, but don't stop watching YouTube though. In fact, if you haven't, you should probably subscribe to me. Well, finding me Woodworks anyway. Come on, remember the days of kickball, wiffle ball, and the evenings of freeze tag? Catching fireflies. Hoping your parents forgot what time it was so you could stay up a little later because you didn't have school the next day? Well, we don't have school tomorrow. Let's get out there and have some fun. But as you know, with great power comes great responsibility, and our Picket to Paradise will come with decisions. And decision one starts here and now. What is the purpose of this lovely illuminating box we are going to make? Is it a lantern to walk or to run with? A ground lantern to guide you on a secluded garden path? Or perhaps one that just sits on a bench to enjoy the tranquility of the night? Or a tall giant of one for an ambiance under a trellis of grapes? This will affect the size we choose. Garden path, smaller, squatter, to keep the light low to guide our feet. I'm going 10 inches here. Mine's going to sit on a bench. And now, decision two, the base. How do we put it together? The first thought was just like this, a box. It'd be a little off kilter though, not 100% square, unless we rip a couple sides down. Just not feeling it. The next option is in setting a couple of the sides a little. It adds a nice touch, giving a little reveal. But again, the sides will be a little less than square. They're going to be anyways. Come on, did you see the cupping on these boards? Now, how about a third option? This one has me intrigued. Keeps all the sides the same. Looks sort of cool, but not really sure it's for me, or at least the one I'm building right now. But we could glue some strips down the sides like this to even it all out. Which would you build? Which are you going to build? I think I'm going with the second option for now. I like that little reveal, and no, I'm not going to rip the sides down. It's going to be less than square, and I'm okay with that. Now, we need to break up the bottom line. Just a simple curve will do, creating little legs for it to stand on. This is an important feature. If whatever we set it on is unlevel, this will help stabilize it. I'm thinking 1 inch on the sides and 1 inch up. The skippy lid is lost somewhere in this mess I call a workbench today, but this roll of blue tape should work well enough. Now, my inspiration for this came 2 years ago, maybe 3. I think from an old magazine from the 70s. I mean, it was some odd, squat, weird loaf of bread-shaped box thing with a mushroom cut out. Well, a shroom cut out of it. The kind you shouldn't eat, you know. But it was majestic. It drew me in, and so I filed it away, and a couple weeks ago, I felt summer coming on, and decided it was time to put it into play. Of course, being from the 70s, it wasn't solar, but we can fix that. We use one wen and roughly cut the legs out at the scroll saw, and then hit up the other wen. And now, decision number 3, pattern. Oh boy. The options here are, well, endless. You want stars, moons, cattails, lilies? I mean, seriously, take your pick. You don't want to cut? How about swirls of holes? You can drill them. The choice is yours. Pattern selected, you have one more decision. Probably the hardest. Decision 4. How many sides do you want the cutout to be? Look, if you want a lantern to run around and chase those fireflies with, cut the pattern in 2, front and back. Or maybe 4 sides. Using it for a garden path? Single it. 1 side to direct the light forward, or 3 sides to push the light in the direction you want, illuminating the path. Me, I'm going 1. It's going to sit on a bench next to a little koi pond. Actually, a goldfish pond. I bought them decades ago. They were feeder fish from a pet store, 12 for $1. And now they stay out spring, summer, and fall, and come into their tanks in winter. They're huge. Well, their ancestors have gotten large anyways. I'm sure the originals have long since passed. One day I saw a blue heron sitting in there, so... Back to the scroll saw. I drilled some holes to get the blade in, and the one makes easy work of it. Some filing and sanding, and we're good. I just use little strips of sandpaper with tape on the back for added strength. It stops them from ripping. Glue up is easy. Tight Bond 3. We need the waterproof though, since they'll be outside. And we'll shoot some finish nails in. I actually used staples. I like the holding power of staples over finish nails. And it's a rustic vibe anyways. The lid, right. The proverbial glue that holds a piece together. This is it. The first slab is just to cover it all up. The second adds some dimension to the lid, but also hides or nestles the light in. Depending upon your light, your hole sizes might be different. For me, it was a snug 2.5 inches. The widest hole cutter I had. I got to use red for this, and it's been a while since she made an appearance in a video. But she did just fine. A lot of smoke, but no fire. Yes, and here we are. I'm liking this. High five in the shadows again. You remember that one? I think I want a faux handle. I don't know. It might actually be a real handle if it holds. I'm going to take this old metal hanger and bend it to the shape I want. Drill a couple holes in the top board. And put this bit of metal in and voila. Oh yeah, I shot a bottom in off camera as well to keep the light only coming out the holes. Made it brighter. Look, this was a fun one. I mean, most of them are, but I have wanted to build this for a while, like forever. It's just one of those little builds that can add so much. Be a center of attention or just that little bit of ambiance back in the shadows. And I love the solar. No electricity, plugging in timers, etc. All right, you made it this far. What are you building it for? And what are you cutting out? I know this. I got to make some more. As always, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Anything and everything. Until the next time.